Most people never become who they could be. Not because they lack potential.
You're there, right now, scrolling through another video, looking for something you can't even explain. Something that finally makes sense. Something that tells you what you should do with your life. And for a few seconds, it feels like you almost found it. Like this one might be different. Like this one might finally say the thing no one else did. But then it ends, and you're back. In the same place, same room, same thoughts. Same strange feeling of being stuck. Like time is moving, and you're not moving with it. Like everyone else is figuring something out, and you somehow missed the moment. Like something is slipping through your hands, and you don't even know what it is. You just feel it. That quiet pressure, that subtle anxiety, that feeling that you should be further ahead, further along, closer to something, but you're not, and you don't know why. So you tell yourself, you just haven't found your path yet, that it hasn't shown up, that moment, that clarity, that absolute certainty, the moment where everything clicks, and suddenly you just know. So you wait, because waiting feels safe. Waiting feels responsible, like you're being careful, like you're not making a mistake, like you're avoiding choosing the wrong thing. But nothing changes. One more day, one more week, one more month, one more year. And in the meantime, you wake up, do what you have to, distract yourself, fill the silence, avoid the questions, get tired, and repeat. Again and again and again. Not because you're lazy, but because you're stuck. Stuck in a pattern that feels normal, but isn't. Stuck in a loop that looks like life, but doesn't feel like living. Stuck in an idea that you didn't even choose. An idea that was given to you, that one day everything will make sense on its own, that your calling will appear like a revelation, clean, perfect, obvious, like something you could never miss. But it never shows up, and that starts to eat at you, slowly, quietly, in the background. A doubt you don't talk about, a question you avoid thinking about for too long. What if I'm wasting my potential? What if I could be more, but never figure out how? What if this is it? And that thought, it doesn't hit all at once. It builds, little by little. Through the days that feel the same, through the nights that feel empty, through the moments where you realize you're not moving, you're just existing. And that doubt turns into frustration because you try to think more, plan more, understand more, watch more videos, read more things, look for more answers, but nothing changes. Because thinking feels like progress, but it isn't. And deep down, a silent regret starts to grow. Not for what you did, but for what you didn't do. For the chances you ignored. For the risks you avoided. For the decisions you delayed. For the version of yourself you keep postponing. Waiting for the right time. Waiting for confidence. Waiting for certainty. Waiting for permission. But it never comes. And the worst part, you start to believe that the problem is you. That maybe you're not disciplined enough, not talented enough, not focused enough, not good enough. But it's not. The enemy isn't lack of talent, or lack of intelligence, or lack of ability. The enemy is invisible. It's the comfort that keeps you where you are, the distraction that fills every empty space so you never have to face yourself. It's the routine that numbs you just enough to make everything feel acceptable. It's the delay that feels harmless but compounds over time. And that dangerous idea that you still have time, that you can start later, that you just need to wait a little longer, just a little more clarity, a little more confidence, a little more motivation. But here's the truth. You're not lost because you haven't found your path. You're lost because you haven't started building it. No one wakes up knowing exactly who they're supposed to be. That doesn't exist. No one gets a clear answer before they begin. No one receives certainty as a starting point. What does exist are people who stop waiting and start, even when it's unclear, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it feels small. They start with what's in front of them, with what's possible, with what's necessary. They take responsibility before they feel ready, because they understand something most people don't. Clarity doesn't come first. It comes after action, after effort, after mistakes, after discomfort, after showing up, again and again and again. Your calling isn't hidden somewhere magical, waiting to be discovered. It's not a secret waiting to be revealed. It's built, piece by piece, decision by decision. Your calling is in what needs to be done, in the responsibility you avoid, in the effort you resist because it feels boring, or hard, or beneath you. That's where it starts. Not in something exciting, not in something perfect, but in something real. And that's where everything changes. When you stop asking, "What should I do?" and start acting like someone who already decided to become better. Not perfect, better. Discipline isn't about productivity. It's not about doing more. It's about becoming someone who can trust themselves. It's self-respect. It's keeping promises to yourself, even when no one is watching, even when you don't feel like it. It's taking control when everything in you wants to escape. It's power, because you stop being carried by moods, by impulses, by distractions, and start driving. It's freedom, because you no longer depend on motivation, on inspiration, on a perfect day. You move anyway. You build something, even when you don't feel ready, even when you don't feel confident, even when you don't feel anything. And that changes who you are. Not instantly, not dramatically, but slowly, silently. You stop being someone who waits and become someone who acts, someone who moves, someone who builds. And in the middle of that process, something unexpected happens. You start to understand, not all at once, but in fragments, in small realizations, in quiet moments. You start to see that what you were looking for was never a destination. It was a version of you that only exists if you begin. So, how much longer are you going to wait? How much longer are you going to delay something that only reveals itself through movement? And what if the thing you're avoiding today, the uncomfortable step, the small responsibility, the action you keep postponing, what if that is exactly the beginning of who you could become?